Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video. And today we have some more budget store finds. This time we have Aliens vs. Predator, the card game. We have a pack of Predators, we have a pack of Colonial Marines, and we have a pack of Aliens. I picked this up at Historicon. I picked them up actually for $1 a pack. So I said I wasn't really sure what this game was all about, but I love the lore. When we're talking Aliens, Predator, some of my all-time favorite science fiction movies, I said, let's pick these up and find out what this is all about. So we're going to do an unboxing for you today. Again, this is a customizable card game. Each of them are their starter packs. Each has 60 cards in it. Again, I'm not going to read through all the cards and all the information, but I just want to show you what's inside the packs, so we can get a general idea. Again, this is not a how to play video. This is just showing you what's inside the box. So we're going to start off, of course, with our Colonial Marines. So let's take a look at our Colonial Marines. Again, which is very cool. Oh, you get you get a die in here. You also get some tokens, which we'll get to. Get a bunch of little tokens in here. They just seem to keep falling and falling and falling out of here. Even more tokens. And you get a rule book. So let's put all that stuff aside real quick, because we're going to have to go over all this. Let's take a look at this. Again, I'm not going to read through all this. This is the official rule book. Rule book is pretty lengthy in general, but we got our turn sequence on the back. We got our cover on the front. So again, the rule book inside this, again, this is, you have your Colonial Marine pack, you have your Alien pack, and you have your Predator pack. And the reality is that this rule book will be inside each and every one of them. So I'm only going to go over one of them from one of the packs. So real quick, you got your table of contents. Then let's see what we got here. We got introduction, game objectives, your equipment. So let's see what the objective it says here. In the Aliens Predator customizable card game, players become a cunning predator, a squad of Colonial Marines, or an alien hive. As a predator, hunt the fiercest foes that the galaxy has to offer. As a Marine squadron, protect the civilians in your charge and secure installations from alien infestations. Or as the alien hive, expand until all threats have been eliminated. 2, 3, or more players can play the Aliens Predator card game, which is played in turns. Each turn consists of rounds which allow the players to construct the battleground, fight each other, and search for civilians and equipment. Each player plays out new location items and supporting characters during the game play. There we go. So we got our equipment. It gives you a breakdown of what's in the cards. If you look at that real quick, you've got your character name type on the top. You've got your resources and restrictions. You got your caption down here, your speed, your power, and your effect. Again, breaking down all the different types of cards that you got in there, explaining to what those are all about. Then you have your gameplay. You have your ready cards round. You have your movement round. Explains what movement means. You have down here your Marine player. Then moving past enemies, moving other characters, hidden movement, mature aliens, the discard and draw round, the combat round, you're declaring your attack, resolving attacks, effect of damage, then it goes into resolve close combat attacks, capturing characters, the search round, find items and characters, then your setup and choosing a scenario, contract scenario, starting hands, in your play deck, victory conditions, special rules, hub scenarios, starting locations, starting characters and items, your play deck, your special rules, again, your options, victory conditions, says each player destroy all the main characters belonging to the other players with at least one of his own main characters surviving. If no main character survive, the game, it is a draw. So you have to kill everybody off and keep your basically your leader alive. Special rules, conditions, victory, picking up and transferring items, environmental damage, special rules for predators, points for cards, special rules for aliens, transportation, new scenarios, combat pool, questions for further compact. You got a glossary of terms. You got an appendix. And that's about it. And the M41A pulse rifle. And there you go. So you got about 59 pages of information. And in the back, you have your turn sequence. So you ready your cards, your movement, your play location, movement, aliens mature. 3, discard and draw. 4 is combat, declare, resolve, resolve close combat, search, declare searches of locations, and find items in different characters. Then, of course, when it started back here where it said you have to pick your location and all that stuff like that, of course you do that at the beginning of the game versus starting it at the end of the book, where I don't know why I put it at the back of the book, but they did. So again, that when it talks about how to set up a scenario, of course, that should be in the front also how you're going to set that up. But anyway, there you go. That is your 62-page reference manual that came with the card pack. Regular 6-sided die. We'll put that over here. We have some tokens, it appears. You got some weapons. So front and back. It's only on the front, so you got some weapons. 4 weapons. 4 targets. Target and this icon in the back of it. I'm probably assuming that is direction. You got 4, so you got 8 of those. There you go. And then we also, oh, you got more of those. Hold on. Got more of those as well, so they came off. Okay, so I'm going to put those over here. You also have this cool sheet right here, which appears to be a quick start. Just read the briefing and play your first game. So you've got your quick start rules as well. That's pretty cool. I like that. Introduction, cards, characters, items, and events. You got card features. Preparing to play. You got your effect and caption. Playing the game. 5 rounds in each turn are as follows. Explains to you right there. And back here it says round, you're ready to cards. Just like we talked about. Movement, place new locations, move characters, mature aliens, discard and draw. You got your combat, you got declare attack, select target, play combat event cards, resolve combat, meaning hits and damage, resistance to applying damage. Combat examples. Round 5, you search, and then you declare search of location, you find your items, and then your goals. And again, taking goals from the Marine's perspective. The Marine player wins by his first game by rescuing 5 civilians. To rescue a civilian, move him to the barracks and rotate him to evacuate him. Alternatively, the Marine player wins if all aliens and predators are killed. So we have that as well. So that's very, very cool. So we've got ourselves our quick start rules for the Marines. I'm going to move these all up because we're going to be showing you all 3 sets here. And then you've got your deck of cards. You have your Marines. Again, it looks like the cards are front up. Here, all your backs appear to be the same. So let's take a look at from that side first. You got your backs are all the same with the purple color. So I'm hoping that each color signifies the different races. So you got the Colonial Marines. Oh, we got something here. So it says here, equip your Colonial Marines right away. Work together, arm and protect the civilians. Limit alien growth. Stay out of the hive. That's tips for the Marine. That's cool. That's a helpful tip card. Okay, so we'll put that tip card over here. And show you just some of the cards. So what we got here, you have Corporal, it says Corporal Ackles. It says he's a Marine, marksman, pilot, tactics veteran. Down here it tells you different things. He was flying an ant, right? All right. So cards are only one side of the cards. So again, we've got here Private McIntyre, Private Rogers, Private Von Gries, Sergeant Hart, you got extra ammo, the Garrison Pack, Med Kit, Motion Scanner, a Shotgun, Company Official, Engineer, you got a Hacker, Security Guard, Staff Worker, the Barracks, Corporate Office, so those are your location cards, Barracks, Corporate Office, the Docking Bay, Engineering, Equipment Warehouse, Hived Main Corridor, an Infirmary, Operations, the Power Plant, Water Processing Plant, Weapons Locker. Now different skills that you can get: Adrenaline Rush, Battlefield Cards, Battlefield Chaos, Calculated Risk, Concentrated Fire, Crossfire, Disengaging Attack, Dodging, Dodge and Roll, Eat This, Shotgun, Evacuation, Fiery Defense, Good Shot, If It Bleeds, Marine Short Course, Marines We Are Leaving, Medical Assistance, Overwatch, Saturation Fire, Take Aim With You, Trip, Weapon Cache, and you want some of this. So again, we looked at that card. So let's look at this card real quick. It tells you it's range. You want some of this. Down the bottom it says character makes one free ranged attack against every character who has targeted him for close combat. And of course, got the quote at the bottom. So all the cards are pretty much set up the same way. Got a title, tells you what it's used for, gives you a picture of either the event, the location, the character, whatever it may be, and then gives you a little quote at the bottom, which it showed us in that there. So let's take a couple. So we showed you those two. Let's show you a couple additional ones at random. Because again, I'm not going to read all the material on all the cards. I read you the titles of all the cards. So let's look at some at random, what they would be. So again, this is another ranged attack. You got Good Shot, +1 to hit. In addition, +1 to hit if marksman or veteran. So it could be +2 on that card. Very cool. Pull another card at random. We've got operations, so we've got a location. So we've got central, it's civilian, communications, computers, and secure. This is the nerve center of the base, so that's operations. Pull another card. Engineer. Down in the section of engineering, -1 to hit. What do you want me to do? Part to C. Okay. Take a look at a couple more cards. Again, we have a shotgun. So this is a weapon. It's range. It tells you right there on the card. Short range, +2 to hit and 8 damage. Long range, 5 damage. An alien killed by a shotgun does +2 acid splash damage. So that's that as well. So again, all these kinds of cards are in this is the Colonial Marine deck. That's your starting deck and hand of cards there. So that's what you get there. So you get the rule book, the quick start rules, the die, the helpful hint sheet, your cards, and some tokens. So we're going to flip over now and take a look at the Alien deck. Let's see what we got here. Again, we have some more tokens, it appears, just like we did in the first one. So again, I'm going to pull this stuff out real quick so you see it. Again, you have the core rulebook, which we just discussed as well. I'm going to put that to the side because we went over that already. And then we have the Alien briefing, which would be the quick start rule just for using the Alien cards. So that's really cool as well. Again, we have that cool set, cool die. We'll put that right there as well. Then it looks like we have the Alien tail. Again, we have some targeting. And again, we have that marker there, which I'm not exactly sure what that means exactly, but we're going to have to take a look at that. So again, we're going to put all these right to the side, all the little tokens that we have here. Again, it appears that this one and that one are the only ones that have both sides printing on. goes over here. Let's see, we should have, again, we're going to flip it over this way. All the cards are right here, the same front or back, depending on what I look at, are the same. Good, you got your helpful hint card again. There's your picture of your alien. So it says, tip for the aliens. Growth is the key to victory. You can afford to lose aliens as you can replace them. Large groups kill well, fight on your home turf. Okay, so that gives you some helpful hints right there. Again, you get your alien card right there. I'll move this up to here so we can see where our tokens are. And again, we're going to go through some of these cards. I'm not going to read through all the cards, just going to give you an overview. So we have the Alien Queen, you have an Alien Warriors, a bunch of those. You got Chest Bursters, Pet Hybrid, Young Queen, you have a Child. So you have a Dock Worker, Engineer, you got a Programmer, Staff Worker, Breed Chamber, we'll put that one down to the side. We got the Docking Bay, Engineering, Hived Cryonics, Hived Engineering, Hived Main Corridor, Hived Passage, Hived Processor, a Hived Shop, yeah, got the Kitchen, Mess Hall, Operations, got Acid Splash, Adrenaline Rush, Alien Pursuit, Alien Wave, Captured, Defend the Hive, Facehugger Attack, Flaming, Flesh Wound, Grapple, Headshot, Hive Construction, Instinctive Escape, Malfunction, Pincer Grab, Perfect Organism, Protect the Queen, Rend, Rip Asunder, Roll with It, Takedown Strike, The Strong Survive, Tighten the Perimeter, Where's There's One, There's Many. All right, so let's take a look at these cards individually. Let's start off with this one here. We got the Breeding Chamber. Again, it says on the side, only hive locations may be adjacent. You got the hive open. You got a bunch of alien warriors running around. You got chest bursters in there as well. It says, aliens may move to or from this and any other hive location for 2 moves. The center of the hive is here with the queen and her eggs. All right, so as a Marine, we've already discussed, you want to stay out of this area because this is highly deadly. If you remember the movie Aliens, you remember they go down into this area here, and most of them, if not 80% of them, get wiped out in the first scene of the film. So you don't want to go down to that area. But we have some extra cards that we're going to take a look at as well. So let's pull these at random. We could kind of check them out. Push that one back in there. So let's go. It says Hived Passage. So again, it's a hive. It's part of the damaged area there. Down here it says, from the way this place looks, there must have been a firefight. Okay, pull another card, which is the one we pulled with it. Hived Main Corridor. Again, it's a hive, central, it's open. Again, don't bloody touch nothing. That was the Commander Apgard who was telling you. All right, we got an alien. We got an alien pursuit. So he's running after you. At the end of the movement round, one alien which can moves one location if that puts it in the same location as an opponent. They move even faster when they are running down prey. Let's pull another card. Hived Shop. We got a hive and equipment. It says rotate this location and a character at this location to repair a damaged item in his possession. We need those parts. Let's go before someone comes visiting. Okay, looking at some more of these cards. Pull another card from somewhere. Alien Warrior. Aliens are lethal because your range and your speed. Alien Warrior does power plus 3 damage. They grow into killers in a matter of days. So then we're going to come down here and pull something over here. Last card. You have Rend, again, attack with the tail, which you have right there, the tail. In the token, it says, character does additional damage equal to the amount by which his roll to hit exceeds his target's defense. Their claws will tear you apart. They are the perfect organism. And there are some examples of your, now, again, unfortunately, See, I would have thought it would have been better if you, for your alien deck, maybe they're blue color, just kind of like the boxes where it's a blue color, where the Colonial Marines are black. But again, you're using your own deck, so they shouldn't really be inter or commingled. So there you go. So that's your copy of your, so far we did our Colonial Marines deck. We did our starting deck for Colonial Marines. We did our starting deck for the aliens. And of course, we're going into another box, which would be the starting deck for your Predators. And I was looking at this earlier, I must have taken the die out because it does come with a die, as well as it does with, so here we have this deck of cards. You have the, you would have a rule book as well, and you have your starting guide here as well. I forgot to bring it back because I was using it, I was reading over the rules prior to doing the unboxing and just forgot to bring it back over here. So I had another one of these books like this, has an extra die, and of course right here. Again, any die will do. If you have a D6 at home, you could use a D6, it's not really it. Just having the core rules again for the Predator. So it gives you the quick start for using Predator, quick start for Alien, quick start for the Alien, for the Colonial Marines. Then we have our tokens again for our characters. Again, you have the target, and then you have this as well for your Predator, which is good. Blue is Alien, green is Marine, and red is the Predator. Again, one of his weapons. So he gets the disc. So the weapon we get here is the disc for the alien, for the Predator, sorry. We get the tail for the alien, and you get the rifle for the Marine. Of course, you get your target and your other thing on the back for targeting, more weapons, and stuff like that. All right, and there you have it. So those are all your tokens. The red tokens are for the Predators. So let's see. And of course, you have your helpful tips for Predator. It says, take time to arm yourself wisely. Hit and run, make use of long-range shots. If you are injured, retreat until you heal. Disrupt your opponent's strategy with stealth. So that's going to be your Predator. Then again, you have your regular deck of cards. So let's go through the titles of all the cards that are included here. So we've got Fast Claw, Camouflage Suit, Ceremonial Armor, Mask, Melee Claws, Predator Med Kit, Scattergun. So he's got lots and lots of weapons to start off with. Of course, you got Security Guard, you got Sleeper, Staff Worker, Airlock, different locations, the Docking Bay, Engineering, Heat Exchanger, Hived Main Corridor, Infirmary, Main Corridor, Mess Hall, Operations, Predator Shuttle, Stairwell, Adrenaline Rush, At the Limit, Battlefield Chaos, Body Slam, Disintegrating Attack, or Disengaging Attack, sorry about that, Dodge, Dodge and Roll, Flesh Wound, Good Shot, If it bleeds, it's just a cat, Kill and Kill Again, Long Range Shot, Loss of Command, Malfunction, Medical Assistance, On the Move, Pour It On, Secure Position, Sprint, Superior Analysis, Study the Enemy, Takedown Strike, and the Hunt. So let's take a look at each of these cards here. So we got the Hunt. Of course, you're talking about the Predator, which is obviously one of the coolest science fiction characters to ever be created, next to the aliens as well. Choose a Marine or Queen. You gain double honor for killing it, but you cannot attack it unless its death would give you enough honor for victory. You may only play this card once per game. They usually choose a worthy foe as their primary target on a hunt. So there is your header, your Predator who's on the hunt. Okay, we'll put that over there. Then we saw some different weapons that he has. He got a Fast Claw, again, speed and strength. Again, it says Predator, adaptable, brave, lethal, and a veteran. 12 honor, +1 to hit in close combat. How can anything that big move so fast? Again, camouflage suit, +1 defense whenever he is allowed to move. Again, ceremonial armor, mask, melee claws, and predator medkit. And let's see what it says about the medkit. It says 2 honor. The owner discards the item and rotates to heal 3 damage. Okay. And there's your scattergun. That's a weapon. It's short ranged. +1 to hit does 10 damage. An alien killed by a scattergun does +1 acid splash damage. All right, so again, he's armed and ready with lots and lots of stuff to fight off the aliens and also the Colonial Marines if they come at him. So let's just spread this out really quick and pull some cards at random so we can take a look at those. Adrenaline Rush. +1 to hit may not be used by a character who is a coward. You don't get a rush like this from flipping burgers. All right. Let's pick another card, which is at random. Medical Assistance. Rotate a human or predator to heal 1 point of damage. In addition, healed 1 point if the character owns a med kit. 1 point if you control a medic that is at his location, and 2 points if at an infirmary. Battlefield Medicine is a science all to its own. So again, you saw that card in all 3 decks. See this one here. Main corridor. It's central and it's open. The main corridor is adjacent to all other central locations. This corridor connects to all major sections of the base. So that's your location where the battle is taking place. Pull another one. Malfunction. It's got a sight and it has a number 2 on it. This one says play on an item to damage it for this turn. If the alien's owner is unlucky, the effect is permanent. Cost 2 of those. Again, you have to look up that icon in the rulebook to let you know what that means. It works like this, or it's supposed to work. Oh, card. So again, there you have it. Let me pull another card real quick. Just give you a flavor for them. All right. At the limit, it says opposing player's combat pool is limited to its current level. Last 3 turns, cost 2 of those. It can only push so hard. And there you have it. So here we are today, unboxing some of our starter packs for Aliens, the customizable, I should say Aliens Predator, the customizable card game. It's a 60 card starter deck. So we looked at today, we looked at the Predators, we looked at Aliens, and we looked at Marines. Of course, there is also a rule book and a die, which I forgot to put back in the box after I was taking a look at it earlier, but it was included in here. You get your, so each pack contains a quick start rule, a rule book, a die, just basically a helpful tip card. It'll give you, as it said, it gives you 60 cards. And of course, you get your tokens. The red are for the Predator, the blue are for the Aliens, the green is for the Colonial Marines. The Colonial Marines, basically, you have a target and you have their rifle. Here you have a target, and of course, you have the tail of the alien. And here you have one of the discs from the Predator and a target for the Predator. So pretty much, this is everything that's included. And this concludes our unboxing of Aliens Predator, the customizable card game starter decks. Again, today we talked about we had the Alien box, we had the box for the Colonial Marines, a box for the Aliens, and a box for the Predator. And as always, thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed the videos, you could always give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. You could also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.